TGCRequiem, we are back with some Goryos as foretold. We are on the play. Actually, this hand doesn't really do anything. I kind of just have to draw into creatures and filtering cards. But I think the fact that we're on the play, we can turn to as foretold. Unless our opponent's doing something super busted, we should have a little bit of time to draw into something. So I think actually we will keep this. The smart play would be to run Teleria West out. The only question is whether or not we might want to transmute it later. So I think we're actually going to start with Blue to Delta here. And we're going to plan to run out that as foretold on turn 2. Was going to run out that on turn 2. You know, it's very possible that they go after the Goryo's Vengeance here. I mean, certainly we're not threatening them with anything yet, but we could, with this hand, Faithless Looting a Grizzlebrand and attack with Goryo's Vengeance next turn. So the question is whether or not if they're sitting on Abrupt Decay, they could totally just leave the as foretold in hand. And we don't know if we're playing like an 8-rack opponent or just an Abzan Jund opponent. So that's fine. I think it's worth the risk here. Run out the as foretold. You know, they certainly could have an Abrupt Decay, which is, you know, max value for them. But if they don't, that as foretold should offer us some good value through the course of the game. Next turn we can Teleria West. Yeah, so next turn we're going to Teleria West into Ancestral Vision. Cast that. Whoa, whoa, slow down there, slow down. Next on the hit F4 there. Trying to jam F3 to get to stop. Alright, so I think we're just going to get an island here. Normally we would be transmuting for a living end, but Ancestral Vision, perfect against a BG deck. Next turn we'll have the ability to Izzet Charm to discard a Grizzlebrand and then living end if we want to. Or we can just Ancestral Vision, wait another turn, hold up the Izzet Charm. Kind of depends what our opponent does here. If our opponent runs out of Liliana, probably just pitch the Grizzlebrand and wait for living end. We don't want to have a a down tick cause us to lose our Grizzlebrand. So it looks like Jund. And kind of the assumption with Bloodbraid Elf being unbanned that Jund is the version we're looking at. probably do some videos about Jund with. Abrupt decay here. False. What's going on? Scavenging ooze. Sure. So it doesn't look like there's anything to eat right now, so we may just end up killing this killing the scavenging ooze. Again, I don't really want to pitch the Grizzlebrand here. Just to have it get eaten. I certainly don't want to pitch it just to have the opponent cast a Liliana and down ticket next turn. So I think we start with Ancestral Vision. Probably going to Lightning Axe on our opponent's turn. Maybe in response to them cracking a fetch. Maybe we should just start with Is It Charm here. Draw 2, discard 2. Might want to hold the mountain for that though. We draw 2, discard 2. Might be. I have to discard. I think actually we could Lightning Axe. Discarding the mountain. Then Is It Charm. We draw an extra creature. We could just go for it. Oh, no, 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 no. Not off as foretold. Dang it, dang it, dang it. That was a mistake. I meant to hard cast that. Kind of screws the plan up a little bit there. Well, I guess at this point we're just going to hold up. Is it Charm? Counter if they go for a Liliana here. And if they don't, we can probably just discard Grizzlebrand at the end of the turn. This looks like maybe this is just straight PG. So it is Jund. So this is going to be a pretty brutal turn for our opponent. This time we will cast off of As Foretold. I actually like Jace here as a pitch target. We're going to go for a quick draw 7. So we can actually Kiki combo right now. Play a land. Yeah, our opponent's tapped out. So what we're going to do... No, we're one die. One land. I think we just kind of do this. We can cast Exarch next turn. Good Faithless Looting here, but I think we just plan to jam Kiki naturally next turn. They kill either of these creatures, we can Goryo's Vengeance it to return it to the battlefield. Plus we have Deceiver Exarch to tap down or whatever. I don't want to say there's no way we can lose from here, but I feel like we're in a very strong position right now. Like if they Abrupt Decay, they don't have any permanents that should leave the battlefield this turn that would allow them to fade a push an Exarch. They kill a Kiki in response. Goryo's Vengeance is killed. They kill the Exarch, that's a little different. If we Goryo's Vengeance, Jace, if they kill the Jace, flip it, then depending on Scavenging Ooze has to make the choice to either eat Living End or Goryo's Vengeance. Maybe they eat Jason. Suppose they could eat several things, but then again that just leaves us in a situation where we can attack with Grizzlebrand, draw 7 more cards. Really, they're just in a spot where Abrupt Decay is the only thing that really does anything for them. We're going to tap the Stomping Ground down because Lightning Bolt can break up Kiki-Jiki, but Swamp right now can't do anything to Exarch with a Fatal Push. Double checking, make sure I still have a Swamp out there. The opponent's going to make us go through the motions here, which is fine. So we get the win there. Do expect our opponent to have some artifact graveyard hate. Certainly they also have the scavenging oozes, which are irrelevant, so I think we want to bring in a braid. I'm not sure. We'll think about the negate here for a minute. I kind of like bringing in actually all 4 of these cards. Is it Charm's kind of average, so I could see pulling a few of those. Really the only card in their deck it's remotely good against is Liliana on curve. And it does filter though, that's certainly relevant, but we also do have Lightning Axe to throw cards out. Being that it's a fair deck, I don't know that we need Simeon Spirit Guides. It's more card disadvantage. Suppose we could bring an Ingot Chewer in. Beats or trades with many of their creatures, but I actually almost prefer to bring in Anger of the Gods. Actually hit Dark Confidant, could hit a Scavenging Ooze, could hit a Bloodbraid Elf. Quite a few creatures in Jund that works well against. More worried about having to fight through their graveyard hate though, so I think I'm just going to bring in 1 Ingot Chewer. I don't really feel like I need both if there's anything I want to cut. I mean, Is It Charm can be spot removal. Maybe I don't need to care about their graveyard so much. Maybe that'll allow us to bring in a couple Ingot Chewers. Maybe a little too much artifact destruction. Maybe 3 is the right number. Not like Ingot Chewer can't be hard cast though either. And it also is a good living end target. This is a slow hand. We don't get turn 1 Thought Seized. Firing off that that Ancestral Vision will be really good. The opponent did mulligan to 6. I think I'll actually keep this then. It does seem like a decent hand for a longer, grindier game. Beautiful. Being that we have these, I guess we just don't need a lot of black, so we're just going to go Steam Vents here. May hold on to the Teleria West in case we draw a As Foretold. Ooh. Aggressive. So we could just play Teleria West and Deceiver Exarch next turn. I don't think I want to cycle the Teleria West, just because it does give us a window to potentially tap down our opponent. If they go for like a Lily, I just pitch a Goryo's Vengeance. Although honestly, right now we're in a position where if we drew into a maybe that turn. And if we were to pitch a Kiki-Jiki, we could actually Deceiver Exarch combo our opponent next turn if they tapped out. Yeah, if they tap out and uptick Liliana, we can just win next turn. Not like that, though. But we know they have Lightning Bolt, Tarmogoyf, Liliana. Ah, bummer. So we were in a spot there where we would have, if they didn't draw the Thoughtseize, we would have been able to... I guess we could Exarch and tap a land down, which stops them from Lilianaing. Oh. So we might just win here then. Yeah. So they went for an aggressive line there, and it looks like they're gonna be able to kill us, but we'll be able to tap one of the creatures down and block one. And then just cast Kiki-Jiki to win. Oh no, we can't. We can't because we can't fetch. Oh no, we can because they didn't attack. So if they had attacked with everything there, they'd have put us down to 1. Although we could just draw a basic here anyway. Alright, and that's the match. Ooh, yeah, I'm not sure. Looks like actually our opponent just messaged us, said they hit the wrong key. So they must have skipped through the combat phase. If they had, we would have been in a pinch. Never drew a discard outlet. Otherwise, our other line there would have been able to discard and Goryo's Vengeance. the Kiki back, especially since there was no green mana to activate Skoos. So possible that would have had to have gone to a game 3. But we got there. So hopefully you enjoyed. Feel free to leave comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon.